Hi all. As part of this video, I'd like to, move my blogs from written form to the video form, or rather, a voice from form with some static images. Don't know why I'm doing this yet, but I just wanted to do something, and since I already have something written, maybe I can just, score some quick brownie points by adding a video over it. Just a quick FYI, this is like as is. I won't change any of the words. This was written on July 14th of 2019, so the grammar and the words might not be that good, but yeah, I will not change anything and you will listen to it as is. I'll add some voice modulation. I'm not that bad, but yeah, here goes nothing. The title, Posthumour. The body. Alright, people. I'm not gonna lie when I say that I was trying something new when I wrote the last one. It's apparently called the pseudo truth method of writing. This happens when the narrator describes something from the first point of view, which may or may not be the truth. It certainly consists of things which are actually present in the real world, in the vicinity of the narrator. In my case, I took the route from my college to my grandparents' house, and that escalated into a story. Well, can you blame me? I got bored in that god awful 2 hour journey, and I think of these things. I'm weird that way. Anyway, it's my bad that I didn't give you a heads up, and some people were genuinely concerned about my sanity. It feels good to be loved though. Link, click me for the blog which I was talking about, obviously. This type of narration intrigues me, and I'm gonna continue writing 2 or more stories like this. I should also say that I got this idea from Reddit, and you guys should definitely check out r/no sleep. Edit the name in orange links are orange color are links, and you should click on them if you want context. This is in the blog itself. I'm not adding anything or removing anything. Yeah. Now that you're caught up, let's start. You guys like the new Spider-Man movie, right? I liked it too. Surprised to see J. Jonah Jameson back. Whatever. We're not here for free promotion of the movie. The only reason I bring up the name of the movie is because it's probably the last happy memory of my life. I still remember the date, 4th July 2019. Me, Leo, and Frank were going to the only mall in Jamshedpur to watch this quote unquote last movie of Phase 3. And I stated earlier, it was a good movie. Personally, I related to Mysterio, but yeah, that's beside the point. On a side note, Frank found out that an old flame of his was sitting beside him in the theater. After the movie, Frank wanted to follow her group to the food court, so coincidentally, I had an emergency at that point and started acting like a child who is desperate to go home. Obviously, we got out of the mall and then called an Ola to go home. Frank offered to pay for the entire trip. God bless his soul. We were obviously happy to have watched this marvel from Marvel. Oh, and were discussing about the finer points about the movie when Frank suggested that we should just shut up and listen to songs he played in the car's stereo. Well, that was a change in attitude. We tried to ask him what led to this sudden change in mood, but he wouldn't reply and went back to listening some new number by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello called Senorita, whatever. That's when we first started noticing the glitches. In between the music part, the song cut out, and we heard the words "You look s" and "z" place in a strange tune, in a strange voice, and then the song resumed. Leo and I looked at each other and then at Frank. What in the sickle sack fuck? We asked if his phone was alright, and although Frank was visibly white in fear, he said that everything was alright. This happened 3 or 4 more times, and since they were so clear, I memorized the words. Got like space, she me for fet it and live and dance. Well, we thought there might be some glitches, so we didn't pay much heed to these and enjoyed the car ride. I paid for the entire fare after we got to our society and decided that it was a good time to go home since it was late. No late night walks with bros today. The day was good enough, but the car ride back home was weird. I don't remember Frank being this scared ever, except maybe when his mom charges him with a stick, but. With these thoughts, I went back to my family and, like a good boy, I started surfing the internet as soon as I freshened up. This is where things started going from weird to freaky territory. As soon as I started playing my playlist on Prime Music, the same tune came on with the same voice, and this time the lyrics were, "I look feel like you got me crazy, got man." Either a very good hacker had entered that area and his sole purpose was to dick around with people's playlists, or something bad was happening. I got a call from Leo immediately, and he was experiencing the same bullshit. He then dropped a bomb of information. Ativna had committed suicide. My head was spinning at this point. What? Ativna? Suicide? How? When? Why? He said that the police had just found out and they had flooded his building. He would give me more information later and then disconnected the phone. Damn, she was my classmate. Was she suffering from depression? I know we had some bad blood between us, but this was just sad. No, I couldn't dwell on this for long, and to provide some distraction, I started watching a movie. The movie ended at midnight. There were a few glitches here as well, but this time I couldn't get the words. As soon as I ended watching the movie, my phone rang. It was an eerie coincidence, as if someone was waiting for me to complete the movie before disturbing me. It was Frank who was calling, but I wasn't focusing on who was calling because instead of the normal moto ringtone, my phone was emitting the strange voice and the strange tune. I quickly picked it up, and that was the moment when I knew something was terribly wrong. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please leave me. I'm so sorry." Frank was crying at the other end, and then the phone disconnected. Panicked, I called him again. This time his voice was a little cooler and much more monotonous. He said, "Hello, Bittu. If you want to save your friend here, I suggest you run because he won't be Frank anymore in 5 minutes." Looking back, I should have been a little smarter about the situation and called the police who were only four blocks away. But I wasn't the calm headed person you all have come to love. I had to save my friend and I ran down the stairs. As I went down, I saw that Leo was running at full speed too. I assume he got the same message. Together, we ran towards the building and went up to the third floor where his house was. The door was open to his flat, which we found a bit odd, but nevertheless ran in. There was no sign of his family, and when we reached his room, we held our breaths. He was holding a gun to his head. I don't remember which one of us said it, but I heard a voice saying, "Frank, dude, you don't need to do this. Put the gun down, man. We can talk. We are here to talk. Just put the gun down, man." "No," he said. "I can't live with myself anymore. I have to die. I deserve to die. Just forgive me if you could. You're the best bros ever." And with that, he shot himself. No, God, please, no, this couldn't be happening. There was blood everywhere. I felt like I was gonna puke. The world itself had turned a shade of red and nothing was really making sense anymore. Frank had shot himself. A friend of mine had shot himself right in the front of my eyes. What could we do then? Call the police, obviously. Our palms were sweaty, our knees weak, our eyes teary. We wanted to cry, but no, we sucked it up and took our phones to call the police. The moment we took our phones, they just left our hands and were levitating mid-air. What was happening? Then out came the tune and out came the lyrics that we were subjected to this entire evening. And this time there was no static. "You look at me and girl, you take me to another place. Got me feeling like I'm flying, like I'm out of space. Something about your body says, come and take me. Got me begging, got me hoping that the night won't stop. Bailando." Our mobiles came to life. And when I say came to life, I don't mean that they were switched on. I mean they definitely came to life. It was Ativna. "Hi, Leo. Hi, Bittu. Welcome to your death." Leo and I looked at each other. And the next thing we knew is that we rushed out of the house at full speed and started speeding down the road. A random person's TV came to life over our head. It's no use running from me. You're just delaying the end to your own futile existence. I broke the TV using a tree branch and we continued running. Our best bet was to go to the park area away from these stupid electronics. But as we were running, the ground swept off from beneath our feet. Again, we did not fall down. The ground literally swept off from beneath our feet. We are floating in a void. A pitch black void with no beginning or end. The entire surroundings faded off and we were replaced by blackness. We were stuck in nothing. Enough. No more running. You both caused me a lot of pain. You were the reason I died. And you're gonna pay for it. Wait, please wait, I pleaded. It was a joke, I really didn't mean anything I ever said. I'll even delete the blogs about you. Shut up, fatty. You think I would die for some stupid blog? Don't you act all innocent in front of me right now. You know very well what Frank did. You both instigated him. Why are your faces blank? Oh, you don't know? Let me show you then. The black surroundings changed back into a society, but we were not in the park anymore. We were in front of the Society General Store. There was a steel chair seating area in front of the store and 3 girls were sitting on it. One of them was Ativna. She was chatting with 2 of her friends and that's when we saw Frank come out of the store. He offered what looked like a piece of gum to each of them and asked Ativna if he could walk with them. Cut to them walking together on the streets of our society. I could see myself driving out with my family. This was a flashback. This was Ativna's flashback. This is some Harry Potter level shit, man. I saw through the day. I saw it after that through the days as they became good friends and she started trusting him. All while maintaining in front of us that he hated her. We then came to the present day, but in the afternoon. Just a few hours before our movie. We saw Frank walking towards Leo's building, the same one where Athena lived. But instead of coming directly to Leo's house, he knocked at Athivna's door first. She was home alone at that time. We could see that Frank was thinking hard and fast about something when she opened the door and he started with, "Are you still in love with Leo?" She replied, "Dude, it's been 3 years. I'm over him now. I've been over him for a long time." Then you will be my girlfriend, he said. And we saw her expression changing from happy to see a friend to oh my god, he's a creep within seconds. No, I can't do it again. I don't see you as a boyfriend and I'll never see you as a boyfriend, she thundered and stormed into her house. He followed her in to explain himself. But when she saw him get in, she started running towards her room. She tripped and fell on the edge of her heavily rusted and pointy drawer. And that's the last she breathed. Bleeding, with phone in hand. Frank panicked and instead of calling anyone, he went out of the door to Leo's house. We snapped back from a memory and back to reality, or whatever reality meant now. We swear to God, we had nothing to do with this, I started. But then I felt an invisible gag in my mouth and couldn't speak anymore. She said something along the lines that she would deal with me later and turned her attention to Leo. You know that I always love you, right? Look at me when I'm talking to you. You always loved this song, didn't you? It was our song. Why did you do this to me? Why did you give me so much pain? Just say it. Say that you still love me and I'll let you go. First, tell me how you're doing this. This is insane. This shouldn't be possible. Where are we and what have you done with this? Explain right now, demanded Leo. Okay, I'll tell you. It was actually pretty simple. Once I died, I don't know what happened, but I found myself in my phone. Like literally in my phone. I've wanted revenge, and the only way to do that was to make Frank believe that I was still alive. I sent him a text message along with the lyrics of our song in the hopes that it would reach you. When he replied, I could get into his private RSA key and get into his system. From there on, the internet would become accessible and the rest was easy. I got you both to call Frank to get your private keys as well, and then instead of getting out, I pulled you guys in. Didn't you notice that when you were running out of your houses, none of your family members seemed to wake up? Also, you didn't open or close any doors on your way here? So, is Frank still alive? He's not dead? Oh, he's dead. He's very dead. You guys just saw the watered down version of what I did to him. But enough of this. I just need those words to come out of your mouth, and I know that you still love me. If I say those words, would you let this bit two out as well? Because if you don't, the fatso will die either way. He has done way too much to me to be let go on scot free. Well, in that case, fuck you. Goodbye, bro. Meet you in the afterlife. Then, at that moment, I felt happy and elated, even though death was certain. I saw his face break into a confident smile when she entered his body and blasted him into a million little pieces. I would have turned away from this if I could. I had to see the person reduced to atoms, and I could do nothing about it. Never in my life had I felt so helpless. It was at this moment that I accepted death like an old friend. However, she had other plans for me. You're not going to die easily, you dumb schmuck. I will torture you for 1,000 years. I could never get his love just because of you. You will regret being his friend for all eternity. Date 15th July 2019. Time midnight. It's been 10 days since that incident. Things are back to normal. The other day I saw Frank, Leo, and Ativna walk on the streets. Sometimes I join them as well. It's as if the day never happened. Heck, I would have believed that that day had never happened if not for one small thing. At night, she visits me and breaks all of my bones. And then they are magically normal in the morning. The bones mend, but the pain doesn't. Who are those people in the bodies of the dead? Why can't I die? She's looking at me right now while I type this. I need to send it out fast. Beware. Or please help me if this post reaches you.